Hi there guys, Luis from Vintage Action here. I hope you are all well, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about American Ninja, the Ultimate Collection, 1 to 4, the first 3 movies. This is like a box set from 88 films in the UK, and this one was released in 2015, so basically 8 years ago. And why I'm talking about you guys about this one now, because for me this one is literally the ultimate collection when it comes to the American Ninja movies, because this is the best one you can find worldwide, because you have like the release in US by Olive Films, right? And you have like a documentary roughly about 30 minutes, and you have some nice like special features. And then you have also from Studio Canal in Germany, they release a box set with the 4 movies as well, and they also have like still a steel book of the movie. You can buy it individually. You can find on Amazon Germany, or you can find that collection as well. But this one is the best one, guys, and it's all about the special features, because this one has like the Ninja Gaijin, remembering a classic canon franchise. And literally the documentary, guys, is 90 minutes long. Literally it's like 1 hour 30 minutes documentary that was done exclusively like for 88 films in the UK. And you have 2 new brand audio commentaries on the first film and on the second film, guys. You have with some Firstenberg, the director, and you have Steve Lambert as well. That is the stunt coordinator, and you might know him because you work with Van Damme in Time Cop. He was the one choreographing the fights for Van Damme's The Quest. He has been working in Hollywood for long years, being stunt coordinator. Is a martial arts itself. He worked with Steven Seagal as well, and so we work with many famous actors. He worked in many, action martial arts movies from the 80s and 90s, choreographing and being like a stunt double as well. So that's the new thing about this collection, guys. And I can just show you walk you through 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have the 4 discs. So basically, the documentary is in the first movie, right? You have the movie, you have the audio commentary with Sam Firstenberg, with Michael Dudikoff and Steve Lambert as well. And you also have like an audio commentary on the second one, the Annihilation, so the Confrontation, the second one. So when it comes to the third one and the fourth one is the Annihilation, and the third one the Blood Hunt, and the second one is the Confrontation. So basically you have that 1 hour 30 minutes documentary with the first American Ninja movie. That it's amazing documentary, guys. If you are a big fan of American Ninja, you should definitely get this one. I mean, if you can, there is still some places like CX here in the UK. They still sell it for roughly around £28. I know it's not easy to find it, because on Amazon sometimes you can find it, but people is like selling it for crazy money. On eBay as well sometimes you can find this one, but it can range from 25 to 50 pounds. People just selling it for crazy prices, because people know this is like a cult classic, and this is like, it's not easy to find like the ultimate collection. That's why people are selling it for crazy prices. But if you are a big fan of the American Ninja franchise, you should definitely have this one. Just imagine, just the documentary for itself, guys, is 1 hour 30 minutes, and you have Michael Dudikoff, you have the director like Sam Firstenberg, and you have Tadashi Yamashita that plays the bad guy, the ninja, on the first movie. It's always he always plays the instructor in the American Ninja 5 with David Bradley as well. And you have like the late Steve James, his daughter, talking about like his father legacy, because as you might know, Steve James, he passed away like in the 90s, right? So rest his soul in peace. So you have his daughter, Steve James' daughter, like talking about is the dad. You have like Steve Lambert as well, talking about a lot of the stunts, what he had to do, like the first movie, the second one. I'm not going to spoil anything, guys. If you have the possibility to get a hand to this one, you should definitely check it out, because like it's like when it's very rare that you have like a movie like this one, and you have the possibility to see a documentary of like 90 minutes documentary, just an inside look at the movie. And obviously 70-80% of the documentary is about like the American Ninja one, but then they talk about the entire like American Ninja like franchise, the legacy of the American Ninja. Of course, as you might know, like Sam Firstenberg, he directed the first and the second one, because previously he had directed like the Ninja 2, the Revenge, and the that famous Ninja, the Ninja 3 as well, the Domination with that girl, right? So he became like a specialist directing like the like ninja movies, right? And there were like huge successes. So he directed the first one, and he directed the second one. Then the third and the fourth one were directed by Cedric Sandstorm. So, I mean, I'm a big fan of the franchise. To be honest, the first and the second one are the best ones. But I like the third, the fourth, and the fifth one as well, because I'm a big fan of David Bradley. So yeah, I think David Bradley is amazing, and he's a really true martial artist, because like a lot of people love Michael Dudikoff, but Michael Dudikoff was not like a martial artist. Basically, he trained, he prepared himself to play this role, because originally the role was to be played by Chuck Norris. Kind of wanted Chuck Norris to play Joe Armstrong, right? But Chuck Norris like declined, because he didn't want to have like his face covered, right, with the ninja outfit. So they gave like the role to Michael Dudikoff, and obviously, even though he was not a martial artist, Michael Dudikoff, it was like athletic. And so he was able to manage to learn the choreography, the martial arts choreography, right? So, and it went up really well in the movie. So he did a lot of his own stunts, and even the fighting scenes and everything. He didn't do everything, but he did like a lot. So it ended up going really well, right, for him. So, and I mean, and his presence in the movie and everything, he had like the looks and everything, so that's why it works so well. And in the scenes that you don't see his face, obviously he's like a stunt double, a true martial artist, and most of the times it was Stephen Lambert doing it. So but yeah, definitely a great box set, guys, this one, from 88 films in the UK, guys. I mean, if you don't have the possibility, it's always great to have, even if it's the American version or the German version as well. So you should check this one out. The other thing is, you might ask me, why is not like American 5 on this one? Yeah, guys, it doesn't make any sense. But even the German release is always the 1 to 4. There is no American Ninja 5. Because the thing you should know, is like initially it was not intended to be part of the American Ninja franchise. The Canon picture, they made it under the name American Dragons. Even some channels, cable channels in some countries, when people would record it, right, on the videotape, right, they recorded with that title. So in many countries, the title initially was that one, American Dragons, and actually the working title was like Little Ninja Man. That was the original titles. That's why even like the David Bradley in American Ninja 5, his name is like Joe. And as you might know, American Ninja 3 and 4, American Ninja 3 and 4, his name is Sean Davison, right? So, and then American Ninja 5 uses like a different name. Yeah, because it was not intended to be like part of the franchise. But how these things work. It was at the end of the Canon films era, right? So this one is 1993, and then they went bankruptcy like 94. So basically, they just thought to themselves, okay, let's use like the name American Ninja so we can sell it more like worldwide, right? Because it's a big name, the American Ninja franchise. That's why at the last minute they changed to American Ninja 5. I mean, it's one of my favorites, American Ninja 5. Don't get me wrong, because you have David Bradley, you have James Liu, that is like a legend in martial arts movies. You have Pat Morita from the Karate Kid movies, right? So it's like a great cast, and the martial arts scenes are amazing. David Bradley with like James Liu, it's like a true martial artist, like fighting and squaring off, and yeah, it's really nice, man, guys, to go through all the 5 movies, and they all been shot like different. The first one was shot like in the Philippines. The second, the third, and fourth one shot in South Africa. Then the fifth one, the last one, they shot the movie like in South America, in like Venezuela. So it's like definitely one of my favorite like movie franchises of all time. I watch these movies like. Loads, millions of times when I was growing up, like VHS, going to the video store and renting these ones, and watch it on national television as well. And it was really nice to, so I could get my hands to this one, guys. And definitely you should check this one out if you can. You can try eBay, HMV in UK. This, sometimes you can find it, it's out of print, so probably most of the times you're going to find that it's like used, someone is selling it, so the price always goes up, right? Another thing I'm going to tell you guys is like, if you like the American Ninja franchise, you should check this one out. This is Stories from the Trenches. This one was written by Marco Siedelman, but basically this is like a Sam Firstenberg like book, the director of like the American Ninja 1 and 2 and Ninja the Revenge, Ninja the Domination. This is a book about Sam Firstenberg, and this is, guys, this is like gigantic books, almost like 800 pages. As you can see, you can kill someone with this one. I didn't have the opportunity to read the entire book, but I read like some, because the thing is, if you are a big fan of like martial arts and the American Ninja franchise, you have all the information you can get. It's here on this one. I know there are a lot of like interviews with Sam Firstenberg all over YouTube, with podcasts and everything. He did a lot of interviews like talking about the American Ninjas. But the thing is, if you love his work, even his work after the American Ninja movies, he directed the American Samurai with David Bradley and Mark Dacascos in '92. It's one of my favorite movies. He was the one directing, Cyborg Cop 1 and 2 with David Bradley. That's right, guys. I have this one, this special feature here, double special feature, Cyborg Cop 1 and 2. Unfortunately, we just have this one on DVD. We don't have the Blu-ray release, but this one is really nice. And it was directed by Sam Firstenberg, the director of like American Ninja 1 and 2. And you have like all that information. For instance, this is like American Samurai, all the details, the behind the scenes. And this is really nice. It's like black and white pictures, but you have like loads. This is like loaded with pictures never seen before. And you have the scripts from the movies and as well, because it's not easy to find information about these B movies, especially the American Samurai movies, the Cyborg Cop movies, because as you might know, this is like low budget movies, right? So late 80s, beginning of the 90s. So it's movies that you cannot even find on Blu-ray. Some of them just DVD, some of them just VHS. They were not even released on DVD. So if you want to buy this one, this has personal information about himself, his struggles before he became like a famous director, when he started working with Canon, right, directed the Ninja movies, and then when Canon, like when bankruptcy, start working with new images like Millennium Films now. You might know Millennium Films. They were the guys, the producers, the guys that did like the Expendable franchise, right? So before Millennium Films, it was New Image. They had a lot of films with David Bradley, those low budget movies, right? So we have Blood Warriors as well with Frank Zaccarino. It was like Sam Firstenberg that directed it. So you can check this one. It's Stories from the Trenches. You can find it on like Amazon worldwide. It costs like 20 something pounds, like 20 something dollars, 20 something euros, roughly around that. But if you love the 80s and the 90s and the B movies, and especially the American Ninjas and Sam Firstenberg, you should check this one because the information you can get here from the cyborg cops, the American samurai movies, you cannot find anywhere else, because on his interviews people always ask him about American Ninja, and rightfully so, because it was his most famous work, most famous movie he directed, and it's only fair that people ask him 99% of the times about American Ninja, and I completely understand that. But if you love his other movies, the movies with David Bradley, the American Samurai, the Cyborg Cop, you should definitely check this one out, guys, because it goes along with this like amazing special edition with this like 1 hour 30 minutes documentary exclusive for 88 Films in UK, and plus with this book with 800 pages, and of course a lot of those pages are about American Ninja because it's the most famous movie. So you should check this one out, guys. And if you have the opportunity to buy this one, this is the best version out there of the ultimate collection of the American Ninja. And let's hope one day that they will release the American Ninja 5 with David Bradley, because as it right now you only have the DVD version as well, and it's like super expensive because they know that you can only find 1 to 4 like Blu-ray, and a lot of people want to get like the fifth one to add to the collection, and it's the only way is to buy the DVD. You have the French version, well, also the American version, but people are selling it anything from 20 to 40 pounds for like a DVD. Really, guys. But yeah, it's the only way you can get it is like the DVD or the VHS, no Blu-ray so far from the American Ninja 5. But let's hope one day they'll release another like box set with all 5 movies, or even like a 4K release of the entire franchise, because this is owned by MGM. They own the rights from all the Canon movies, right? So let's hope so, guys. And I hope you have enjoyed like this review to this like super cult classic from the 80s, this entire franchise. And yeah, guys, feel free to comment below and let me know what your thoughts about like the my review, and feel free to ask me, to comment, and your opinion is important to me. And yeah, guys, keep strong and stay safe.